Hi to my general mathematics students. We will continue what we have kanina. Kaya naputol to because of taas na ang atong video. Okay. So, atong topic is about functions, operation on functions. So, the competency, at the end of the session, you are expected to perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and composition of functions, and solve problems involving functions. So we are done with this. That's why proceed until sa tutada dun sa evaluation, no, operations on functions. So we have here let G and F be any two functions. So the sum F plus G is a function denoted by F plus G of X, which is equal to F of X plus G of X. And the second one is the difference F minus G is a function denoted by F minus G of X, which is equal to F of X minus G of X. Then the third one is the product Fg is a function denoted by F of G, Fg of X, which is equal to F of X times G of X. Then the quotient function F over G, denoted by F over G of X, is equal to F of X over G of X, where G of X is not equal to 0. And lastly, we have the composite F circle G is a function denoted by F circle G of X, which is the same as F of G of X. Okay, so let us now start with the first example. What are we going to do for number one? Number one is we are going to solve for F plus H of X. Okay, so F plus H of X is the same as solving F of X plus H of X. Okay, unsa may atong F of X dire? So atong F of X is we have quantity x squared minus 2x minus 15 plus ang atong H kay quantity x squared minus 9. Okay, after that, we need to combine similar terms. So notice that we have x squared and x squared here. That is why we can join them together. So the answer is 2x squared. And for x term, so since there is no x term here, so we just simply copy down negative 2x. And then combining a negative 15 plus negative 9, the answer is negative 24. So that's why the answer for F plus H of X is equal to 2x squared minus 2x minus 24. So any question? Okay, sa general, no? Next is for number 2, we have L minus G of X. Okay, for L minus G of X, it would be equal to L of X minus G of X. So in this case, L of X is equal to 7x minus 8 minus G of X is 9 minus 5x. And don't forget that we are going to enclose the subtrahend with parentheses. Nga naman, because this is subtraction, So if we are not going to enclose this one in parentheses, only the 9 will be subtracted from the minuend. So dapat silang duha para mo-change ang sign sa 9 and negative 5x. Okay? So after that, we need to simplify, taking out the parentheses or the quantity symbol. So we have to copy down 7x minus 8 and then distributing the minus sign to every term inside the parentheses. So negative times 9 is negative 9. Negative times negative 5 is positive 5x. So combining 7x plus 5x, that would be equal to 12x. And negative 8 plus negative 9 is negative 17. Okay. Next number is number 3. Number 3 is we have FL of x. So FL of x is the same as multiplying f of x times L of x. So our f of x is we have x squared minus 2x minus 15 multiplied to L of x is 7x minus 8. Okay, so using the distributive property, so we have x squared times 7x is 7x cubed. X squared times negative 8 is negative 8x squared. Negative 2x times 7x is negative 14x squared. Negative 2x times negative 8 is positive 16x. Negative 15 times 7 is negative 105x. Now 7 times 5 is 35 carry 3. So we have 7 plus 3 is 10. Then negative 15 times negative 8 is we have positive 120. Okay, so arranging the terms, so mag-una, so if 7x cubed, then negative 8x squared plus negative 14x squared. The answer is negative 22x squared. Then we have positive 16 minus 105. So the answer is we have negative 89x. Then copy down positive 120. Okay, 120. Okay, so my final answer, 7x cubed minus 22x squared minus 89x plus 120. Okay, next number is number 4. Number 4 is L over h of x. So this is the same as dividing L of x over h of x such that h of x must not be equal to 0. Okay, so our L is, we have 7x minus 8. Now our h squared is x squared minus 9. So such that x squared minus 9 must not be equal to 0. So in this case, we cannot divide this anymore. So ang ato ang final answer is i-copy ra si 7x squared. No, 7x ra. Copy ra si 7x. Then minus 8 over x squared minus 9. But we know that x must not be equal to positive negative 3. Because when x is positive 3, the denominator becomes 0. Or if x is negative 3, the denominator also becomes 0. So if the denominator becomes 0, that means this function is undefined. So dapat di mag-0 ang denominator. Pero numerator gani ang mag-0, it's okay. Okay? I-solve pa natin. Okay, what about number 5? Number 5 is h over f, right? So I have h over f of x. And this is similar to dividing h of x over f of x such that f of x must not be equal to 0. So our h of x is x squared minus 9, and our g of x, no, f of x is x squared minus 2x minus 15. Okay, applying factoring, factor out na to a numerator of x minus 3 and quantity x plus 3 all over quantity x cubed of x minus 5 and x plus 3. Ito. So, negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. The sum of this negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. So, we can cancel out x plus 3. So, that's why the answer is x minus 3 over x minus 5 such that x must not be equal to 5. Na naman, if x here is 5, then the denominator becomes 0. Okay? Number 6. Number 6 is f circle g of x. Okay, so f circle g of x is the same as f of g of x. Okay, since g of x is 9 minus 5x, so it should be f of 9 minus 5x. Okay, so since we have here f of 9 minus 5x, it should be 9 minus 5x squared minus 2 times 9 minus 5x, then minus 15. Okay, so this will be equal to, using the special product formula to simplify this one, so it should be 9 times 9 is 81 minus 9 times 5 is 45 times 2 is negative 90x. Then the square of negative 5 is positive 25x squared. Okay, then this negative 2 must be distributed to the two terms here. So negative 2 times 9 is negative 18. And negative 2 times negative 5x is positive 10x minus 15. Okay? So combining similar terms and arranging them. So mag-una si 25x squared. And then combining negative 90 plus 10, that would be negative 80x. Okay, so negative 18 plus negative 15 is negative 33, and then minus it from 81. So 11 minus 3 is 8. Then 7 minus 3 is 4. So therefore, this is positive 48. So the answer for number 6 would be 25x squared minus 80x plus 48. Okay, taken. Let's proceed to another set of example that is a combination of operation and evaluation of functions. So for number 1, we are going to add f plus h of 2. Okay, so in this case, applying the definition of composite function, we have f of 2 plus h of 2. So our f is x squared minus 2x minus 15. You replace the x here in f with positive 2. So it should be 2 squared minus 2 times 2 minus 15. And this will be 4 minus 4 minus 15. So it becomes 0. Therefore, the answer is wa pa, ang h pa di ay, ang h. I-plus nimo sa h of 2, kay kani f of 2 pa man eh. H of 2 is 9 minus 5 times 2. So this is plus 9 minus 10. So it should be negative 25 plus 9. So the answer would be h budget. So na, nakatugon ako. Pa, di ararong ni. Ang atong h is x squared minus 9. So it should be nawa ko 2 squared minus 9. So this is 4 minus 9. So kani negative 15 minus 5. So the answer is negative 20. Okay. Okay, so in number 2 is we have L minus G of negative 1. So it should be L of negative 1 minus G of negative 1. So first thing to do, you replace the x in L with negative 1. So we have 7 times negative 1 minus 8 minus G of negative 1. We have G is 9 minus 5 times negative 1. Okay, so therefore, you can simplify 7 times negative 1 is negative 7 minus 8. Okay, minus 9 plus 5. So it should be equal to 7, negative 7 plus negative 8 is negative 15 minus 9 plus 5 is 14. Okay, so combining the two, that would be equal to negative 29. Okay, so please correct number 2. It's not negative 30, but it's negative 29. Okay, next is number 3. Number 3 is FL of 0. Okay, so what we are going to do is to multiply f of 0 times L of 0. So f of 0 is, an f is 0 squared minus 2 times 0 minus 15. And then the answer will be multiplied to L. So 7 times 0 minus 8. So this will be equal to 0 minus 0 minus 15 multiplied to 0 minus 8. So, okay, 0 naman na, negative 15 times negative 8, that would be equal to 120 because we are now multiplying two negative numbers. Okay, and number 4 is L over H of negative 2. Okay, so this is similar to L of negative 2 over H of negative 2 such that H of negative 2 such that H of negative 2 must not be equal to 0. Okay? H pulihan mo og negative 2, so dili mo 0 ang denominator. So we are safe. Okay, so L of negative 2 is 7 times negative 2 minus 8 over H of negative 2 is negative 2 squared minus 9. So simplifying 7 times negative 2, that would be equal to negative 14 minus 8 all over 4 minus 9. Okay, so therefore, we can simplify it to negative 22 over negative 5. Or, this would be similar to 4 and 2/5. The positive. Okay? Okay, last example we have Mr. Yu inflated a spherical balloon. So let R of S is equal to 6s centimeters. Represents the radius of the balloon time s seconds. And let G of R is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. B its volume with the radius r. So write G circle R in terms of S and describe what it represents. Okay, so we are going to find G circle R. G circle R. G circle F money. Okay, we have G circle R of S. Okay, so which is the same as G of R of S. R of S, the I. R of S. Okay, so we are going to replace the R of S with 6s. So G of 6s. Okay, since our G is 9 minus 5x, so G of G is equal to 4 over 3 pi then ang R atong i-substitute og 6s cube. Okay, so that is why it would be equal to 4 over 3 pi times 216 s cubed. And 216, we have to multiply the 6 here 3 times by itself. So 6 times 6 is 36 times 6 is 216. And simplifying further, we can cancel 216 and 3, then multiply it by 4, so the answer would be 288 by s cubed. So multiply 4 times 216 divided by 3, and the answer is 288 by s cubed. So this will be the G circle R of S. Okay, so that ends for the discussion. What you are going to do for this general mathematics, you are going to answer only the assessment given by shading the answer sheet provided, and then see to it nga di mo makapareha sa imong mga classmate or other students who have taken the general mathematics who are or is under me. Okay, keep safe everyone, and God bless. Bye bye. So deadline for your assessment will be on September 27, and then na ako dire mathematics, not about numbers, equations, computations, or algorithms. It is about understanding. So dapat makasabot jud ta sa atong mga lessons. Okay? So thank you everyone, and God bless. Bye-bye.